Sam, welcome to the latest episode of the development update. We're doing it once a month and we just let you know what's happening in the marketplace. And look, last update was a month ago. Yep. Things were pretty quiet as they've been for the last 4 months. Mm-hmm. There's been a little bit of some sort of changes, right? A little bit of activity.
Yeah. I've been hearing from some people coming back with looking for some stuff again, which we hadn't seen at all. It was definitely pretty dry. Still nowhere near what it was, but a step in the right direction. We've got mainly the bigger companies and things like that coming back. They've got a bit of the more backing, bit of the resources behind them. Yeah. So some people asking me for some land, which is getting back to hopefully towards the right direction at least.
Well, the right direction being that we're selling land because let's call it for what it is. The first 3 months of 2022 saw very little, if any, development land selling, right? Yes, there were land banker buying, maybe perhaps, but the actual bread and butter developers, they completely stopped for a while. Now, it's interesting that you say that because I've seen the same with, with Shared Database, we work together, but my own context, the people that are looking now, they are the medium, big size company. I'm not talking the Fletchers. Those are different kettle of fish, right? But when you're looking at the medium developers, they've got the resources. Now, I was talking to someone that I sold a section in Huapai, Kumu. I went to sign the listing and I said, hey, why did it take so long? And they told me it was 3 months waiting on the Jeep. They didn't have any facility to store it, so they had to wait to get the Jeep, and the project stopped until they got the Jeep, because if they pre-order it, they needed to have some facilities to store the Jeep until they were ready to use it. In that case, they didn't have storage places, so they basically just ordered the Jeep when they were ready for it, and they had to wait 3 months. Now, those small developers, tell me if I'm wrong, those small developers, they are not buying at the moment. There is too uncertainty when you go small margin. And they might say, there might be the usual Chinese Indian developers that they do this sort of 3 to 4 project subdivision at once and move on to the next one. Those ones have stopped, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. There's always going to be the outliers of people still buying and stuff like that. But just as a general kind of consensus on it, like you said, they've got the bigger guys and the medium guys have that backing. They buy their materials more in bulk and things like that, so they've got access to some more. Definitely, obviously, like you said, there's going to be some smaller guys still looking, but just nowhere near where it has been, of course.
Nowhere near. And look, it's talking about price per square meter. Please, by all means, get in touch with us. We're going to provide a price per square meter for any suburbs that you want for development site. We got there on a template on a monthly basis. So if there's something of interest, get in touch with myself or Sam, and we'll be able to provide that. Price per square meter, it's much lower than what it was, right? Yeah. Would you say on average $500 a square meter less, on average, more or less?
Yeah, more or less. I'd definitely say, like, there's obviously, depending on the area, some areas are more desirable, but we've definitely taken quite a big hit on that. Like you said, in the past we were looking up to 2,000 a square meter on a lot of things, even past that. And 2,000 a square meter in areas that aren't really central at the moment is pretty difficult to get. So
But even Takapuna, price per square meter in April was 3,200 a square meter. Now Takapuna was seen in the 4,000 a square meter pre-November. Now I'm talking about Messi, my bread and butter. The record price to date, and I'm very proud of this, was 2,497 a square meter. Call it 2,500 a square meter. Sold by me. Now the average price a square meter is 1,700. Now there is a big drop from what the record price was on the first week in November compared to where it is now. So look, properties are still selling. Obviously the developers are coming back in, as we're saying, but you got to be prepared to sell at today's rate. If you're looking for that kind of magical number, champagne price, we're not drinking much champagne these days. I'm not saying that we're drinking cheap beer, but definitely the champagne top shelf is no longer there, is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. We'll do it again next month. Any question, let us know.